stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Edwards. He's got a first down past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
To throw is Edwards. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. It's Mullins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. From the gun, Edwards. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Edwards. And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Edwards. And he will find his man on the outside.
Edwards.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. From the gun, Edwards. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Edwards into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Conley, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Conley. That's taken in by Stewart. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Conley. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 40.
On first down, Conley. And left side here, it's Graham. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
First down.
Off the play fake, Conley. Flush to his right. And he's got this one complete to Stewart. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
27-yard line.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw. Conley being chased out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead.
all the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swap.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
San Antonio.
And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Edwards now throwing after the interception. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Edwards. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now Edwards off the play fake. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting it.
And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. From the gun, Edwards. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Edwards on 3rd down. Under pressure, and down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he fires one incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Conley. And able to find Graham, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards there on 3rd down as they pick up a 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Lets this one rip toward Graham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. Here's a handoff out of the gun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Edwards To throw on second down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
Pass. Complete to number 8.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. To throw is Edwards. Off play action. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line.
7 yards.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And his throw here is incomplete. Edwards.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He's going to wind up and air it out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. On 1st and 10, Conley. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammate's going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Edwards. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. From the gun, Edwards. He's going to try and go deep again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 81 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score. Dreadnoughts 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Edwards now. on first down. And his throw is incomplete. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 20.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Edwards. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
At the 32-yard line.
Throwing on first down, Conley. Escaping the pressure right. The football, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Edwards. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown.
San Antonio.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. First down. Conley throwing deep for Stewart. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And touchdown. A big play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As his guys continue to pour it on. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty. And
his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. A big play there for the Dolphins. 41 yards. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On second down, it's Harris. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And as a result, possession switches hands. On 1st and 10, Conley throwing deep. It got his man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown. A big play there. 84 yards. And this offense is running away with this one.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now Edwards to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over.
46-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And the drive starts with a completion left side, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
And a yard at the 37-yard line.
Off play action. Conley. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Conley. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Edwards, throwing again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the one on second and goal.
Second and goal.
Operating from the gun, Conley steps away to his left. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Third down.
On third down, here's Harris. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to try and throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The score, Dreadnoughts 56, Dolphins nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Looking to throw. Edwards. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in San Antonio. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
On the RPO, that's complete right side. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Edwards. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a second.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own deep.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
To number 36.
A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins gain a bit of respectability. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
56. Dolphins 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Throwing deep for Stewart. And that's caught inside the 30.
That's good.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Off the play fake. Conley. Looking for his running back, and he's got it.
Conley's pass.
Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9.
At the 21-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Conley forced out to his left. His throw incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took this.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. From 21 yards away, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. The coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Edwards looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
To throw is Edwards. Throwing on 3rd and long. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. It's a big play here for the Dolphins on 3rd. 47 yards. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
3rd and long.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Let's go. Come on. Tonight's final score, Dreadnoughts 63, Dolphins 7.
Responsible without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil.